It's like you have an inner navigation system surveying the landscape of your life and charting your best potential, and all you have to do is sleep. Ready to make the most of it? Let's get dreaming. Hi Dreamweaver, and welcome to the very first episode of the Dream Interpretation Station. I'm Sleep and Dream Specialist Leah Bolen, and I'm here to help you tune in to the power and meaning of your nighttime dreams. Dreaming's this incredible natural resource we all have within us, and so few know anything about it. It's a part of life that's been totally dismissed by most, and yet to learn how to pay attention to and work with your dreams can be a truly transformative experience. In this podcast, I'm going to help you foster a relationship with your dreams. And that's an incredible way to foster a better relationship with yourself, that wiser, higher self within that's playing with the stories of your life while you're sound asleep in your dreams. You're going to be amazed at what an excellent partner in life your dreams can be. Whatever you're facing or dealing with, your dreams are along for the ride, and they totally understand you and have your back. As far as your dreams are concerned, you're the center of the universe. They're all about you, your desires and concerns, your well-being, and your success. Your dreaming mind's attention is dedicated completely to you. And when you give a little of that attention back, you're going to be power boosting what your dreams can help you realize and accomplish in life. There are gifts in your dreams just waiting to be unwrapped, and I hope you're going to come and join this dream journey with me. I'm someone who's been connecting with my dreams, fostering an intimate dream connection for the past 3 decades, at the same time that I was growing in my corporate career. I don't have the background you might expect of a dream worker. It was actually my day job that brought my attention to my nighttime dreams. It was just after I'd entered the corporate workforce and I became determined that I was going to climb the corporate ladder. I was very ambitious and determined, and I started working hard to get myself noticed so I could begin to move up. And as I began taking on more responsibilities and pushing myself to meet the goals being set for me, I started to feel this new sense of pressure and stress. And this field I'd entered, which was advertising, was really fast-paced and demanding. I thought I was managing this daily stress just fine until it started to really take its toll on my nights. Insomnia started to become my norm, and night after night I was struggling to sleep. Some nights I'd get to sleep no problem out of pure exhaustion, but then I'd find myself wide awake in the wee hours of the morning with thoughts and ideas and worries and fears and doubts just going round and round in my mind. I could feel this toll it was taking on my ability to thrive in my waking life. And that was my original catalyst that really had me start learning about how can we improve our sleep? Why does this happen? And how can we get beyond it? And when I would get to sleep during this time, I was also experiencing this onslaught of what I felt were negative dreams. My dream life had started to become much more vivid, and so many of my dreams, I was finding myself running and hiding, always trying to avoid some sort of threat, it seemed. There were all kinds of strange settings that did not seem related to my waking life, within scenarios that I just couldn't make any sense of. And I had no idea what any of this meant, but they were definitely sticking with me, these dreams, and they were getting my attention. I'd really never given much thought to my dreams up until that point. I really only have a couple of childhood dream memories that stuck with me at all. And growing up in my home, if I took a dream to my mom to share with her, she simply chalked it up as something I'd ate. And that was the end of that topic. Of course, she is a total dream weaver now, and I love that she shares her dreams with me. And I instinctively knew that these dreams were about more than the enchiladas I may have had that day. I really wasn't sure what they could mean or what to do with them, but I began to write them in my journal. And the more I wrote down my dreams, the more dreams I was starting to remember. And this is a really common result of what can happen when we start to keep a dream journal. It's like we're programming our subconscious mind that I want to remember these dreams, and it starts to comply. I was journaling all kinds of dreams with no idea what they could mean, and there were no Google searches at that time, so I had to get myself to the bookstore to see if there were any books on the subject. And once there, I discovered there were these amazing type of books called a dream dictionary. How brilliant is this, I thought. You just look up a symbol or a theme from your dream, and boom, there's your answer for why you had the dream. I immediately bought all 3 options they had on their shelf. I was going to be covered for no matter what my dream mind might bring my way. And I began to start to try to decipher my dreams in this way. I would write down my dreams, and then I would look up the symbols and themes in the dream dictionaries and write down what that meant. And before I knew it, I was just spinning in confusion. There would be all kinds of directions that the dream dictionaries would throw me, and very often a single dream would have all these meanings I would tie to those symbols and themes in the dream that didn't seem to have anything to do with one another. And it really wasn't clicking for me what my dreams were meaning any more than it did before I had these dream dictionaries. I wasn't able to look outside myself and find the meaning the way I was hoping. And I learned pretty quickly that that's not the best way to look at our dreams. Which leads me to sharing dream tip number 1. Ditch the dream dictionary. And the same goes for Google searching dream meanings. This is simply fortune cookie dream analysis. Yes, it's quick and it's easy and it might give you something to ponder. Rarely, however, is it going to connect you with that deep aha, the knowing for why you had this dream. If you clicked into this podcast looking for one of those tell me your dreams and I'll give you the blanket answer for what your dream means type of shows, well, you should know up front that that's not what we'll be doing here. But I promise it is something better, something deep and meaningful. And it starts with the realization that you are your ultimate dream dictionary. Your dreams came through you and from you, and at a deep level, you hold the awareness for why you had that dream. Once I started to get the right mentors and really dove into the various dreamwork theories and scientific research being done around dreaming, I started to see my dreams in a whole new way, and my dream work began to really take root in my life. I was seeing how my dreams were helping me to cope with the things going on in my waking life and better learn the lessons that were in front of me. And by paying attention to my dreams, it was helping me to grow as an individual. I began to put what I was learning from my dreams into action in my waking life, and it was leading me in fabulous directions. And my dream life and sleep life were getting much more sweet. I did end up climbing that corporate ladder after all, having started as a receptionist just to get my foot in the door at the local newspaper. I eventually found myself having made it into an executive director role for a national marketing technology corporation. I was overseeing more than $100 million in annual sales, and I had taken my career further than I'd ever known I could. And I could look back and see that I'd been empowered at every step of the way by paying attention to my dreams. They had become my guideposts in life, shining their light of inspiration and insight all along the way. And that's when my dreams started to also inspire me in a whole new way. My dreams were helping me to start to recognize that there was something very different I dearly wanted to do with my life, something I was really passionate about. What I now wanted to do was help others improve their sleep and discover the power that comes from paying attention to their dreams. Now, of course, this was a very scary shift to consider in reality. Try updating your LinkedIn profile with that kind of career pivot. Yes, I'm a corporate executive turned dream worker, and I'm loving it. I began planting the seeds and trusting in that higher self within that was inspiring me through my dreams, and circumstances began to unfold to help me manifest this vision. And now I'm thrilled to be in my ultimate dream job. I now provide sleep and dream-related workshops and consultations in my private practice and as the sleep and dream specialist for Miraval Resort Spa, one of my favorite places on earth. And I love to now work with corporations in an entirely new way, providing sleep and dream wellness training to executives and their teams. And now I'm here to share my decades of dream work experience with you here on the Dream Interpretation Station. And wherever you are in your own dream journey, I invite you to come along. Maybe you've been passionate about the topic of dreams for decades as I've been, and you're always looking to expand your dream work practice. Or perhaps your dreams are simply strangers in the night, hardly ever coming around. Over the next several episodes, I'm going to be sharing the foundational practices. They're going to set you up for an amazing dream journey. You can consider it your DreamWork master course. And to begin with, we're going to tackle that question I so often get, which is, why don't I remember my dreams? Or why don't I remember more of my dreams? And how can you set yourself up to remember more of them? The National Sleep Foundation estimates we're dreaming 4 to 6 times per night. We just happen to forget 95 to 99% of what we dream, and there is opportunity for all of us to improve our dream recall. In the meantime, I encourage you to create some space in your life for paying attention to your dreams. Like any strong relationship, your dreams can be on your mind anytime. When you have a dream that grabs your attention, let it linger with you throughout the day. If there's some symbolism that boggled you, give thought to it while you have some sort of mental break time. Oftentimes, by simply keeping your dream top of mind, it'll lead to some sort of waking life synchronicity that may provide an insight for you about why you had your dream. And there are so many wonderful ways we can enhance our ability to connect with our dreams. And I look forward to sharing lots of dreamy goodness with you soon. Please be sure to subscribe so you won't miss an episode. And until next time, I am wishing you the sweetest of dreams.
Now dream, dream. Don't be afraid, you will see. Though you're asleep, you will touch the sky in this life. Baby, you'll soar.